Like, no.
And the Emperor. No, the Emperor is supposed to be a shadowy figure that you hardly ever see, except when he takes action, it's devastating.
Like our governor.
Yeah. The Emperor does kind of look like our governor,
too. Boo.
I wonder if she's going to shoot lightning bolts at the folks coming over the border shortly if they don't stay in line.
Well, no, our governor does look more like dried and weathered, though, than the Emperor.
Oh, you're right. She looks like the puppet that sits on Jabba the Hutt slap, the little beak thing.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like maybe a desert dried mummy.
All I got to say is if she ever comes...
She'll be standing outside the toll booths, maybe just kind of standing outside the toll booths, dressed in some kind of half-assed military uniform with her shriveled hand out like this.
Pay me.
Kind of like the Kayron, the boat bearer, the soul bearer in the Clash of the Titans, with that claw hand out for the toll.
I have a bucket of water with her name on it. That's all I got to say.
Well, let's go down to some more local music. Then we'll come back. We'll wrap things up with Chuckles the Klown. Then we'll let Mr. George Garner take the floor for the rest of the evening. You are listening to Rhode Island Free Radio, online at rifreeradio.org. We are live and local on Thanksgiving Eve. Yes, the biggest party night of the year. Some more local music for you now. We're going to hear from Pals, this track, Reach, right here on Rhode Island Free Radio.
Breathe, I'm choked up, no words to say. with you. I'm a tiny little eagle mouse. And you are a lion, and we're talking through the walls of your house. And if you could see how small I can really be, would you notice, would you care, would you pick me up and swallow me? So excited that I'm riding that I can't seem to stop. In my heart out of future would be on top. And if I had my way, I would never be safe from you. If I had my way, I would never be safe from you. But hiding in these walls is all I seem to ever do. Ever do. Ever do. Ever do.
Disaster, it is my favorite song. Familiar in all forms, it's all gone wrong. Disaster, it is my favorite song. Familiar in all forms, it's all gone wrong. It's not your fault, it's not your fault, it's not your fault. Y2K is my slogan. Y2K is my slogan. Y2K is my slogan. Y2K is my slogan. Disaster, it is my favorite song. Familiar,
Man, you had to go there.
it's all gone wrong.
Disaster, the name of that one. Some Listen Lady right here on Rhode Island Free Radio, online at rifreeradio.org. Actually coming out of a double shot of Listen Lady. Before that, we heard Little Mouse by Listen Lady. They're on Bandcamp, listenlady.bandcamp.com. One of my favorite new bands out there today. And before that, we heard some local music. We heard from Pals Reach, the name of that one. We are live and local on this Thanksgiving Eve, and, you know, I always mention it when we do these things. Every other media outlet out there is just a dusty computer in some room somewhere just playing repeated crap. But not here on Rhode Island Free Radio. We are live and local. Chuckles the Klown is here. George Garner is here. Seth from Seth'sRockReport.com is here. Chuckles is going to wrap it up. Then we're going to give the floor to Mr. George Garner for the rest of the broadcast tonight. So just prepare.
Prepare is right.
If the kids are thinking about going to sleep, you just bring them down the hallway and tuck them in. Because
and if the hypersensitive people are thinking about going to sleep, don't. We want you to stay up and be insulted by this.
And traumatized is the word.
Oh, you know it. Not traumatized.
Definitely
not traumatized.
I have
some
some free. I have some free time tomorrow. I will be able to get to all the hate mail. So that should be good.
I'll send you some of mine after I just said something about nerdy fat chicks. Maybe I can get you hooked
send
up.
the nerdy fat chicks to me.
I did not say that. That could get me shot. We're getting to the end of the time, and I know we were talking all things Star Wars, and a big thing that's all things Star Wars that Return And I would be amiss not to say this because we are comic collectors here. And Chuckles Crypt is about comics. If you have not tuned in Mondays, do so. We talk all things comics. It varies any time from 6 to 6:30 we go live. It depends on what time the bus drops me off. We're going to pull into some of the comics that are coming out right now for Star Wars. Now, if you are not a fan of the movies, because you know that the movies are never going to be like the books, but you're a fan of the literature, which there are some, this is shocking, there are some fans of George Lucas's literature that will not watch the movies because they don't want to ever spoil any of that knowledge they have taken in and into the read. Marvel has released a brand new set of Star Wars books. They were kind enough to let Dark Horse wrap up their collection, and they started their own. And I normally am on Dark Horse's train because they do have some really cool stories and really unique stuff that's out there. But I got to give Marvel the hand. These new stories that they have written, and especially Darth Vader's new one, I full-heartedly support that. Darth Vader's new comic book is intense. It is worth the read, and when you're done with it, it's one of those books where you'll go back to it and read the series over again. It's not one of the ones that you're going to see for sale anytime soon. I could probably see these actually being worth money because people are going to hoard these ones because they are that good of a read. And for the Star Wars universe to be rebirthing good literature for us, it's been a while.
Yeah, well, actually, speaking of the books, I have more of a question for you than anything else. Didn't the Star Wars movies originally start out as movies, as screenplays?
They did,
and they were novelized after the fact, right?
Right.
Now, when you say Star Wars books, are you talking about those, or are you talking about novels in the Star Wars universe?
The novels in the Star Wars, there are
unrelated to the movies.
There are people that will not watch the movie that started reading the novels, and they won't go back
because the quality. Because
yes, they'll never get what they are picturing in their mind on the screen. It's just not going to happen. So they refuse to go back to that stuff. Now, on another exciting note, for all you video gamers out there, which there's one in this room, maybe two, another huge franchise returned to the gaming system. Now, as a young man, they released, there's some sort of spaceship coming in from the Lost World or something coming to blow us up. Must be getting ready for your show. Now, as a young man, there was a great video game series called Battlefront, and it was basically like a conquer and conquest of like Star Wars characters.
Right.
It was the dark side versus the rebels, and really, really good series. You could pilot the vehicles and the jets and everything else. They have re-released it, EA has, and it is 95% online. But it is an online experience that, unlike some of these other first-person shooters like Call of Duty and all that, it's not boring. And they're promising to release new stuff. The graphics are incredibly cool.